Yes, good morning to you. HAVPA survey students, and I really continue to hate that name. It is the man in black. This is Mr. Horton, and I will be talking to you just a little bit this morning. And I do mean just a little bit. Tomorrow I won't be talking to you at all. Mr. Turner, principal, had a video meeting with the entire faculty yesterday, and he was talking about that in other states where other areas, other places that have gone to this NTI, non-traditional instruction, that the tendency of teachers has been to overload the students, with work, taking time out of their day. Time that, time that a lot of students may have, for work themselves. And I don't mean just other classes. You recognize the fact that many of our students in our community have acquired jobs because aside from being a difficult time for this country from a health standpoint, it's also a very difficult time economically with numbers of people, hourly workers make up 40% of the U.S. economy. A lot of hourly workers have been shut down. And so young people who have gotten jobs or in our community, some of them are actually kicking into the family treasury, helping support the families. And so us then piling on an expectation of extra homework or whatever, or taking extra time out of their day, might be a little much. And the tendency of teachers, particularly when they're just starting in the NTI process, they're not familiar with it, is to overload. And to be frank, I don't think I've done that. I really don't. I've sent you some videos to watch. You've had some 30-minute lectures to watch at your leisure. I've tried to pretty much be as explicit as I can about what is to be expected on the AP exam, on your test, your HAVPA survey test. And I don't think that I have gone too overboard with that, but at the same time, and so yeah, today we finished the HAVPA survey unit on the Baroque yesterday. Tomorrow, your only assignment will be to take the test. Take the test, and the test opens up on Canvas 7 in the morning, shuts down at 11:59. There is a time allotment on that test of 30 minutes. 40 questions, 30 minutes. I would think that the great majority of you will finish that test in half that time. But yeah, I think it's pretty, and it's also pretty cut and dried from the study guide. And it's pretty cut and dried from the lectures as to what will be on that test. I think you guys should knock it out of the park, but I've been wrong before. I mean, at some point in time, you have to, you got to watch the lectures, right? Anyway, so that's what you'll be doing tomorrow. That's the assignment. I will not be coming back on for this class. Now, I do want to make mention of some of the things that I've sent you. I sent you 4 emails within the past 12 hours. Within the past 12 hours. I sent you one last night. I understand that there's been some confusion about, what channel that I'm on. Well, last night, because here's what happened, so I had a friend help me create this channel here at home. And then when this situation first got started some 3 weeks ago, I wanted to do most of my work from Ryle. It was easier to do the work from Ryle. Easier from a standpoint of focus for me, easier from a standpoint of assessing, or rather, accessing, that's the word, accessing, getting help with this, that, and the other. And then about midway through the second week, Mr. Turner, doing his job, Mr. Turner advised us that the governor had said that they don't want, the state government does not want teachers in buildings. And so all teaching had to go home. So I had to switch, and everything came here. I did not realize that some students may not have been able to find my channel. Well, I sent you the channel last night. I sent you a URL last night that you can access this channel. And so, yeah. Tomorrow there'll be the test, and that will be it. And next week, I am going to leave you alone, totally. I do want you to do me the favor, however, in the next 36 hours, aside from taking that test, go to look at Infinite Campus, look at your grades. If you have questions about your grades, now is the time to ask those questions. We're all in a situation here. I mean, come on, we all are. And I don't mean just, the inconvenience, boredom, whatever, of having to stay home, having to spend most of your time indoors. I'm talking about, I'm sure you'd rather be learning at school. Isn't that funny? I bet you never thought you'd say that. Yeah, I'm sure you'd rather be learning at school, seeing your friends, talking with friends, having a normality to your life. But from a teaching standpoint, same thing. I get up every morning and listen to Mr. Turner. They call me, as I think they call you every morning. Mr. Turner calls me, and I sit there and I watch the morning show, and then I go about doing my job of teaching you guys and trying to come up with ways to reach you online. And here's something that might just totally surprise you. I'm not real comfortable with this. No, I'm not real comfortable with, doing this online thing of talking to literally myself. But hopefully it is of some service to you. But the point is, we're all in a situation here. And so please look at your Infinite Campus grades. And, if you find that, you're in trouble, send me an email. We'll talk about it. It is not my goal to see any student not pass. But at the same time, there are certain minimum things you do have to, do. Well, let's get them done. How about that? Let's get them done. I mean, no parties to go to, hopefully. There's no hanging out to do. I mean, and eventually you can only sleep so late, which is one of the cool things about YouTube, because, once I save this YouTube chat and put it on, it's there. You can always access it. You can always go back to it. You can go back to all of my YouTube videos. And I'm sure you're going to look forward to that. Yeah. Anyway, so I sent you three emails. One, of course, like I said last night, saying this channel exists. The other one, I sent you three this morning. Yeah, two were just pictures. One was about Jan Vermeer's The Milkmaid. Mr. Niehaus, you might remember, that's the painting that's right above your head when you sit. Remember the good old days when we sat in class? It's right above your head. A young lady who is still a Ryle student painted that for me. And then the other was Rembrandt's The Night Watch. And I talked about in there how in the Dutch Baroque period, this is when you see the period of the Dutch masters, where the most famous Dutch masters were, if you've ever seen a cigar box, and the cigar box is called the Dutch Masters, and it has pictures of these Dutch guys wearing black and white, the big broad black hats, standing around looking at the painter. That's also a Rembrandt. It's one of the most famous of all the Dutch masters paintings. But the one I sent you was The Night Watch, where it's nighttime, but as you can see, if you look at that painting, that even though it's nighttime, every person's face is fully illuminated. You can tell who that is if you knew who they are. And who they are the merchants who paid to be in the painting. Yeah, it gave the term group selfie or, whole new meaning. And yeah, Rembrandt, interesting guy. Interesting because, he actually mixed his paints with his fingers. Most painters used a brush because, and I know jack about painting, all right? All right, I'm not a good artist. But for artists, what they want to do to get certain colors, they would mix their basic colors to get just the right. And he would mix them with his fingers. I even heard that he applied them in certain areas of the painting with his fingers. Another thing that Rembrandt was noted for, he did a series of self-portraits throughout his life. A lot of artists do that, paint self-portraits throughout their lifetime. Basically tracing how their appearance changes. And, all they have to do is look in a mirror and they have a subject, ready for them right there. Well, anyway, and let's see. So one was the Milkmaid, and then finally the ballet. The ballet only lasted 2 to 3 minutes. In our next units, we will begin dealing more and more with music and musical performances and classical music. But that's for after spring break. And so, yeah, so I gave you all those things to look at. And, tomorrow we have the test. Take the test. 30 minutes from 7, you have 30 minutes from 7 a.m. to 11:59 p.m. Take the test. And yeah, please don't come up with a lame excuse as to why you didn't take the test. It's all too easy. And so, yeah. And I think that's it. I think that's it for the day. Have a good day. I really won't be checking in on you via YouTube tomorrow. I might send you an email or two. But your job tomorrow is take the test. And that's it. And after that, spring break. Surf's up. Yeah. Anyway, please stay safe today. Have a great day. It looks like the sun is out today. Going to be about 62 degrees in the afternoon. Good day to go out and do some yard work or something like that. You can do that. But yeah, have a great day and good luck to you.